What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. All right, folks, one of you guys had sent me a link from our Alien TV, Joe's video, and I know a lot of you folks are actually sub to him as well as me, so it kind of makes sense that you would do that once in a while. So they sent me the link saying, hey, Chris, can you check this photo out? There's some awesome things in this video, and here's the video that they're talking about. Giant moon cylinder found, lunar buildings, our Alien TV. Okay, really good video. Now, of course, I have to go watch it because if I'm going to check this photo out, I cannot copy anything of his. Not that I would get in trouble for it, but it's just not right. You know, he uploaded it, did a fantastic job. These very large structures, as well as this cylinder found. Check it out. Really good video. And like I said, I wanted to watch it because I don't want to do the same thing he did. That's just not right. But the person who emailed me said, no, there's so much more in there, which I listened to the video, and he does say there's a bunch of stuff in here. So anyway, he did a great job on this. There is tons and tons of stuff here, folks. Unfriggin' believable. Okay, you can see on the lower left, it's AS11-36-5426. And as always, you guys will get the link. You want to go over here to this download on the right-hand side and get the original. It's 4275 by 4275, so a complete square. Really good photo. However, it's censored. They put a whitewash over these photos that they don't want you to see anything of any value, and I think it's crap, but there's always a way around it. You can bring down the brightness, bring up some of the contrast, so you can figure out or see the objects that they're trying to hide. Let's just jump right into it. All right, here's the photo right here, and I made it much larger, and you're going to see that in a minute. Now, let's go ahead and just jump right into third enhancement. Now, we're going to start from the top, folks, and go down. This thing is just absolutely awesome. Now, what you're going to find, these craters, if they're craters at all, are very large. What you're going to see is small structures. Some of them are in a row, some of them look like towers, and most of them are on those pads. I always said that these white parts are like pads, what looks like structures, because they're not concave like the crater in the middle. It's just a flat surface with something on top. So what you're going to see is very small structures in relation to the size of the crater we see here. Now let's just go up to the top. Let's just zoom right in. I'm going to just circle the things that are here, like these objects. This object here, or objects. Okay. Most of these you're not supposed to see. We got something that looks like it's been painted in or kind of covered up, but you can see something that looks like almost like a cigar-shaped kind of objects sitting on the lunar surface. We have these other objects in the back. Something looks like it's partially been covered with probably manipulation, I'm sure of it. Something right here. I'll zoom in a little bit so we can have a closer look. I don't want to go in too close because it will break apart, almost guarantee it. Now, the few objects that are in this larger circle, you can see what looks like structures and framework right here. I'll put it right in the middle of the screen, right here. You can see what looks like structures, something standing off of the surface, something here that's round. You can see it right there. I'm just going to just do it real quick. And of course, we have these larger structures here. See that right there? Now, a lot of times, these things will be colored the same thing as the lunar surface. Wonder why? Because they don't want you to see it. There's something right here, and you can see a shadow underneath it. Something right here, it's practically painted the same color as the lunar surface. It looks oval and slightly whiter or brighter than the actual surface. You see bits and pieces of something here. See that? It's like shiny right there, that one there. I'll just scroll down. Have a better look at this. A lot of this stuff, folks, is so hard to see. The way they blend this stuff in is crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy the way they do this. Go down here. And the reason why I'm doing the whole thing is because you might see something that I have not. These 4 items in a row right here. On this ledge. Now, can you see these underneath the whiteout? Let's see. They're there. They're right there. But by putting this overlay over this photo, they whited it out. They basically sanitized the photo. Something here on the right-hand side, right here. It looks like, almost like a crater, but there's something sticking directly out of it. And if you look carefully, you can see a shadow directly underneath it. These items here. This one here could be 50-50. It kind of looks like something sticking straight out, or it could be the color of the actual wall of the crater. Although that's kind of odd because it looks like it's standing straight up. So it's anybody's guess what that is. These. Again, look at the objects. Usually there's something white and there's always something dark that sits basically right in the absolute center. Now you might say, well, that's a crater then. Not necessarily. And you're going to see some crazy things in a moment. These, sometimes in the dark, you have like these ball-like structures, or they're sticking up with some kind of support, meaning like a giant pole and you got this ball at the top. Go back to the top here. This is what we just looked at right here, this one right here. What are these here? How can that possibly be anything but a structure? Let me explain. Let's go into this just a little bit more, shall we? Notice this right here. You got to really look carefully, folks. I'm going to go ahead and make this smaller. Just a little bit. Look at the way this thing looks like this, right? Look carefully. It goes down below, and it comes over to here. Okay, there's something like this, something like this. Look at the design of this thing. It almost looks like it's doing this. See that? Check that out. You can still see whatever this is coming down like this. And you've got this funky shapes on the side. It almost appears like it's doing it on that side as well. But again, how does that even remotely look like a crater? Come on. Look at the smaller pieces in here, folks. If you have to use your magnifiers, use the magnifiers. You can see other pieces right here. Something right here. You can almost see like this square type thing, which, like I was saying, looks like something here with a ball on top. See that? Okay. Back up to the top here. And we're going to go all the way over. Well, at least pretty close. Now, check these out, folks. Here. And I'm going to zoom in after I circle these here. This one here. Something right there. Looks like it's sticking out of the side of this mountainous area, or whatever this is supposed to be right here. But also keep in mind, like this right here, you can barely see this thing. Right here. Look at the size of this. You have what looks like it's going like this. Just like that. And I can see a design, if you look carefully, right here. It's doing this, coming back down, going across, and going back like this. But there's something very large sticking up on top of this thing. Have another look, folks. I'm going to zoom in. See it? Now, you can't see the whole thing, but clearly something's there. By design, I can see the corner of that right there, of whatever this thing's sitting on, and then you have something very large on top of it. Again, this one here. This one. And the funny thing about it, folks, why are these things like glowing in the dark? The rest of the surface isn't. You know why? Because when they manipulate these, they put like a very high brightness on top of these objects, so you and I can't see what these things are. To me, that's BS, because they're hiding it from humanity, and that's not cool. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to make this much larger, and then we're going to go down to what I think is the most important part of this photo. We're going to start from the bottom here, and I want you guys to have a look at this. This is crazy. Act like you're in a spaceship and you're kind of cruising over this, okay? Look at these in the dark here. And I'm going to show you many more in a moment. This is the real deal right here. There's people that have telescopes can't see these. Look at this, like little towers. Something right here. Okay? Let's go up over here a little bit. Here's another one. Look at the base that this thing's sitting on. And look at these, all of these items here. Check this out, folks. Something here. Let's zoom into this one. You can see the actual design of this thing. Goes behind this and goes to here. There's a tower of some sort sticking right up. See that? Right there. I can shop it a little bit and it gets a little too grainy. These objects up here, like I just circled. Check this out, folks. What is that? Look at the little dome-like thing right here. I can see like a line here. There's something doing this, and there's a faint line right underneath this all right here. And you got these really brightened areas. Why those areas compared to the rest of the photo? Either they're highly reflective, which could very well be, or it's just another way to distract your eyes. Okay? Again, here. And you got to look at the surroundings. A lot of times you see something white, but there's a whole bunch of other things that are in darker areas. Okay? All right, let's start going up. These two right here. Here. Something right there. That's crazy. That almost looks like something cylindrical as well. You guys see that? Look at this thing. That to me is crazy because I seen this. I was like, what is going on here? This looks like a giant cylindrical piece sticking right out of the lunar surface. That. All right. Scoot it along over here. There's a lot of things here in the darker areas like right here. Again, you're going to have to use your magnifiers and hopefully your screen is brighter right here. I can see this pretty darn good right here. What looks like a bunch of structures sitting right there. Now, as we move up, notice this one here. All these multiple things right here in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like 10 structures or something in a row right there. It's right here. And I'll move up slowly so you guys can have a look at this. Now, this is where it gets better. This is cool. Look at these guys. They're all over this photo. To the left. Check the way this thing is made. And we're going to move our way over to the right. Just look at the little pieces and all the little white pieces just in a row here. Check this out. What is going on here? Clearly, that's not natural. Look at the pieces in a row here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one off to the side. We have something that almost looks triangular right here. These here. Something right here. It looks like it's partially hidden in the darker area. This is pretty cool. Take a real good look at this, just above this area here. Right here. What looked like towers. Almost like a water tower, if you will. But instead of being up on like a stand type thing, like a giant frame, these look like barrels. Look, there's 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. All right here. But that's not the only ones. Look right next to it. There's another one right next to it. Appears to be 1 or 2 more right here. See that? Here. Just above and to the left. And I showed you this earlier on the left, right here. It looks like it's in some kind of squared area as opposed to something round. And it looks like some kind of tower with a ball on top. Scoot it over to the right here. Check this out, right here. What puts these things naturally in a row like this? Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what looks like something right here. Something sticking up rather high. And if you look, you can see it's in the back. There's something like coming around it. Okay? Again, just the stuff in this circle alone, folks. No more. We don't have to go anywhere else in the photo. Check that out. Come on. I'll shop it up just a hair bit. Of course, it may get a little grainy, but you can see it. Yeah. And again, this piece up at the top of the screen. Look at the way this thing comes down, folks. Look at this. And then it just stops right there. But you can see the shape of that right there. I'll put it in the middle here. Right there. By far is this stuff natural. No way. All right, this item right here I circled earlier. You can see where it looks like it's got these kind of like double hump kind of openings. To me, these don't look natural. Not at all. Something way off to the right here. After these I just circled. Except this right here. Check the way that thing stands up out of the lunar surface. See it? And it looks like something very large on top of it. See that? Back up just a little bit. And again, this whole area right here. Just this alone. Zoom into it, use your magnifiers, do what you got to do. There it is. And that's it, folks. Now, folks, what do you think of that? When I see those, the ones I started off with could be either or. Now, some of them, not so much. Very top of the photo look like frames of look like 2 to 3 large structures. The small ones that look like they're on white pads looks like there's something on top. It's not concave like you would expect to see in a crater. And you see multiple things like that. I've been saying that for years. Look over the photo. You can see what looks like white pieces, and everywhere around it you see like darker areas with the same shapes. The only difference is they're not white. So is it that they're doctoring this whole thing about darkness and making anything that's lighter much, much brighter so you can't make out the details? That is my guess, because I've been looking at these photos so long that I know for a fact that they've been doctoring up these photos of the moon for years. And then you wonder why they're doing it on any other moon or planet out there that they've given you photos to. Because they don't want you to see what's really there. Now, once we get to the right-hand side, move down, that to me was the money shot. There's so much in there. It looked like giant towers, like almost like giant barrels, right? Is it like a refinery because they're mining the moon at the time? And you can see the structures just below that area. To me, without a doubt, these are structures. Going to the dark area just south of that, you can see what looks like a bunch of structures in the darkness. You guys drop your comments down below and let me know what you think. Please like and share. It is always appreciated. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that YouTube will share it. Folks, got some more crazy ones coming up, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace, folks.